HairCor. And more.
Who the fuck said that?
Good morning, Harry.
Morning, Corey.
I see you got your soundboard back.
I got my soundboard back. How did you sleep last night?
Oh, my God. You know what? Really, really well. Yeah. I know. Sorry, I'm supposed to say something witty there, aren't I?
Well, you could always ask me back.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did you sleep last night?
Like a princess on a page.
Isn't that not well?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Were you tossing and turnings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't sleep because what? Did you drink too much?
Oh, I think I'm pretty sure my ribs are broke.
Really? From
After
what?
all that crap through the holidays and prior at the Big Sugar concert hotel and all that.
Your bed jumping affairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that these things take a long time to heal, I understand, if you break a rib.
Oh, my God. Ouch.
What's your excuse?
How could you not? Well, I guess in Canada, though, can't you go in for practically, not practically, can't you go in for free and have your ribs x-rayed?
There's no way to repair them. It's just time. They used to wrap you with like a big tensor bandage, but they don't do that anymore because apparently what it does is if there is an actual clean break, it forces the ribs into the break into your lungs. So they don't do that anymore.
Oh, that makes a lot of why would you want to? You know what? Yeah, because when God made people, he didn't need you to get all wrapped up if you broke a rib. You just broke a rib and you carry on.
That's right.
And it sucks and it hurts and it's just uncomfortable, but you just don't do anything strenuous with your ribs, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your name, scumbag?
What would be a strenuous rib activity?
Somersaults.
Somersaults would be one. You know what I did this morning? They would be strenuous to my ribs.
What was that? Running?
Well, I did go for a run, but I did something
sit-ups?
different. I went to the gym for the first time in my whole life.
You tried it out down there?
I did. I went down to the universal machine and the treadmill and the barbellies and all the fun stuff.
Right on.
I had to look at the diagrams on the sides of the machines to see how they work.
Use them.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. So it was really interesting though, and it turns out that I'm weak.
Are you?
Quite.
Were you born a fat, slimy scumbag, you piece of shit, or did you have to work on it?
Sorry.
I'll be all right. You know how people are strong, like they can lift a lot of weight or they can do things for a long period of time and all those things. So you know how the universal machines have a stack of weights, right? And you put the little pin in and that's how much. Yep. I didn't know that. I figured that out today.
Oh yeah.
I was on two.
You were on two machines?
I know.
Oh, you were on level 2.
Yeah, I was on like two little weights.
2 pounds. Or was it what did it go by 5-pound increments?
I never looked. I was so elated that I was able to get them lifted.
Hey man, don't start off small. Don't go for as much as you can lift right off the bat because then you'll start pulling muscles and you won't be back in for another 2-3 weeks.
There was one exercise that I was so glad I'm the only guy in the gym because it was some sort of a butterfly pectoral thing, right? Where I'm like grabbing these. It's not like the one where the arms are up and you're pushing your elbows together.
It's not that.
No, it's one where I'm grabbing these two bars that are behind me and I'm like pulling them together, and so my fists meet. I'm like, whoa.
Okay.
The problem was I couldn't get them started. So I'm like, I got my arms back behind my back, and I'm going, and I can't move them. And then all the windows in the gym started like sweating up, like misting, because
Your ass looks like about 150 pounds of chew bubble gum, pile. You know that?
Yeah, so I don't think that the gym, like I'm going to go back again tomorrow. I did a bunch of exercises and it was fun because then, your body feels pretty good up top and then you go for a run on the beach for like 20 minutes or something. And then, you go for a swim in a hot tub and it feels pretty good.
You should do the run first. Because that increases your cardio and then start doing the weights.
I did 15 minutes on the treadmill before I went to the weights.
Oh, Okay.
And then after go ahead.
No. Carry on.
After doing a couple of intervals on the machine of different exercises, then I would go back to the treadmill for 3 or 4 minutes. So I was doing sort of like, you know what they call it? They call it cross training.
Yep.
I guess. So that would be strenuous on your broken ribs.
Oh yeah. Well, I've come up with something new. I don't know what you think of it, but up up here, it's. I told you I was going to start walking and whatnot. Damn it! I always got mine muted.
Are you a peanut pupper?
Oh.
Anyways, I come up with a new exercise. I thought, you know what really gets your cardio going is skip roping.
Oh yes, yeah.
Skipping, right?
Yep.
So I went looking through the basement, and through all the old stuff to see if I could find one, and I couldn't. So what I came up with is faux skipping.
Go on.
Where you just pretend you have the rope in your hand. You sit there and do these 2-inch jumps.
So basically, what
your arms around.
You're just like you're like skip dancing. It's sort of. I can.
Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I'm funny?
I'm having a hard time watching you actually perform this action.
Well, that's why I came up with it, because I don't actually have to go out in public. I can just stand in the garage and do it.
Yeah, that's the one thing I loved about. I used to do. I think the cool kids call it jump rope. Because I think I think the cool kids call it jump rope. Because skipping is like skipping. Maybe not.
I don't know. Shit changes over the years. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard. It's really hard.
I know everything. There's a million different definitions for like every word in the English language.
I know. I'm sick of this language.
Me too. Let's get a new one.
We should have something that combines like Chinese and hairy.
Hairy knees.
This sounds interesting. Where you take consonants and vowels and you kind of mix them up. Not like Pig Latin, but sort of something where.
You don't actually mix.
Well, you kind of do. They
stay in the same order, but you pronounce the words out loud. You pronounce the consonants as individuals, right?
Okay. Can we do this? Can I ask you a favor?
Maybe.
Why don't we play a couple of tunes, and I'm gonna see if I can write out a couple words in hairy knees, and then when we get back from these tunes, you can tell me if they're right. How's that sound?
All right. Well, I played a little bit of this in our. Why do I always forget words when we're doing the show? I want to call them our sample episodes, but they were
our draft episodes.
In our draft episodes, I played a couple of these tunes, possibly. But anyways, I want to recap 2012 again, and I want to hit up the Four Horsemen, and I want to do Back in Business Again, followed by Getting Pretty Good at Getting By.
Nice.
You never met
voice, baby.
Like me. You wouldn't understand. I'm in a rock and roll business.
Can you hear me? Listen to the snare drum, man.
I can. I listened to this cut today, actually, when I put it in the deck. It's amazing.
Did you turn it up loud? Like, that snare drum is so bad. It's like missing lugs. And the snare is like falling off the fucking
Some wrecked business scumbags took it from us. Well, they forgot my gun. Well, now we're back in business, folks. Now come to claim what's mine. See, we're the Four fucking Horsemen. Back for a second time. I'm a fast-talking, woman-loving, whiskey-drinking, good-for-nothing rock and roll star. In a hell-raising, trouble-loving, whiskey-drinking, motherfucking rock and roll band. I'll make my journey a fortune in this rock and roll band. We're here to entertain you. We're back in business again. Moron at the meet and greet. They do just about anything for a front row seat. about my fame and fortune. I'm a hell-raising, trucker-loving, fast-talking, good-for-nothing rock and roll star. In a trailblazing, skin-loving, whiskey-drinking, motherfucking rock and roll band. Well, I'll make my dirty little fortune in this rock and roll band. We're here to rock and roll you. We're back in business again. Ha!
Hello? I think we should talk to the music on live.
We're back in business again. We're back in business again. Hey, we're back in business. Us, we're back in business again. Hey, we're back in business. You gotta seek out the self for joy. Well, now I've seen it all, you know I've been there and back. It ain't been no easy road, but I'm on the right track. Well, Lord, I'm getting real near, chasing guess I'm getting pretty good at barely getting by, and I wanna give some to you. Give some to you. I've got what I need. Well, how could I ask for more? I'm driving my shit out. I got the pedal jammed to the floor. Well, I'm headed to see my babe. I got a six-pack on ice. And when I get there, she's gonna do me real nice. Well, Lord, I'm getting real near. I'm chasing those blues away. Oh, Lord, I'm feeling real fine. I wanna get on the stage and play. Well, on my mind, what have we here? Some good old-fashioned music, lots of whiskey and beer. Oh, Lord, I can't complain because sometimes I still do. I guess I'm getting pretty good at barely getting by, and I wanna give some to you.
Yeah. Let me just turn it. I can turn this down. Can we do this? So look at that. See, I can just turn that down. You and I can just have a conversation.
Yeah, see, I don't see why we can't do that. Do this
Well,
because
you know,
this is what differentiates the live from the podcast, right?
That's true, and this is the behind the scenes.
That's right.
That is-
I don't know why you'd let some Facebook douchebag tell you otherwise.
Yeah, you make a really good point. Then what I'll do is that at the end I'll turn up the drops and the commercials and stuff, so that signals that we're coming back in.
Okay.
All right, that's what I will do.
That's cool.
Kind of like almost now.
What do you think of our cover photo on our Facebook page?
I gotta go look at
in
it.
your car, or perhaps sipping your cup of Joe.
Stand by,
another
Harold.
typical morning, but something is different.
Head forward,
you hear
Corey.
a sound unlike one you've ever heard before. You realize that you may have stumbled upon the greatest audio discovery since the dawn of mankind. You realize that you're in
HairCor. In the morning.
Hello? Are you there?
I feel like I was supposed to do something during those tunes.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
I was gonna write down Hairy Knees nose.
Hairy Knees nose?
I was thinking about head and shoulders, knees and toes,
Oh, okay.
and Hairy Knees nose. Okay, here's what I can only think of one off the top of my head, which is Estupidity.
Estupidity was great. That's where we started, and then we went to BSMBD. Do you have that old stuff lined up?
Well, the only thing I've got lined up is I actually took that one tune that we played, and I just cut it out and turned it into an individual track.
Oh, did you? I see.
Yeah, and then I compressed it a little bit, and it sounds really nice now.
Does it?
Yeah. I could queue up Estupidity, etc. for next week. We could have a Hairy Knees episode.
Well, let's do a Hairy Knees episode instead of scuffling through it unprepared this week, and next week we can actually use it as a reference and be correct.
That makes a lot of sense. This is like the teaser.
Shit.
What? Did you?
Oh, I'm so afraid that my feed is. I mute my UX8, and then once I try and stick in my soundboard, the goddamn UX8 is muted.
You know the sound.
No shit.
It's I think the key to a soundboard is timing. I'm sure.
You're right. You're right.
I'm terrible too though, because I don't think about this crap at all. Look, I gotta say something that's kind of current event, but I think is pretty exciting.
Okay.
When I watched the Star Trek movie, the most, like the one that came out in 4 or 5 years ago.
Wait. The last one of the prequels?
No, the new prequel, not the latest. I haven't seen Into Darkness yet.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Star Trek. It's a.
Oh. Okay. Yes. I haven't seen the new one yet either. But you mean the one where they go back to the beginning of Captain Kirk's career on the Enterprise? Yes.
So, when I watched that movie, I loved it personally, immediately, right out of the gate.
It was great. And the new one looks freaking just as fabulous.
I know. I'm going to download it tonight.
Is that J.J. Abrams that did that?
Well, this is where I'm going with this, is that when I watched that first Star Wars, or Star Trek, I thought, why don't they get that guy to do Star Wars?
J.J. Abrams.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, no kidding.
Guess who's directing the first Star Wars movie?
Well, let's just see what Disney pulls out of their pants coming up.
Well, guess who's directing the new Star Wars movie?
That's right.
That's right.
And who directed the last... it was J.J. Abrams that did the Transformer movies too, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
I'm not good on my facts here, but because we're going into territory I'm not ready for. But I think it was. But anyways, have you seen The Avengers yet?
Yeah, I just watched that a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely brilliant. And Disney's got their mark on that, right? So if Disney can follow suit like they did with the Avengers movie, I give them hats off if they whatever they do.
Well, this is the thing about like the Star Wars saga and the Star Wars universe is amazing. It's such a cool idea. It's such a cool concept. The problem with Star Wars,
it isn't. Well, it isn't. It is. I don't want to get into too many details right now.
I do.
I'm with you.
But I think always the problem with Star Wars was George Lucas.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
What do you mean, broken?
I think the problem was always that George Lucas is not only a bad director, he's actually not a very good screenwriter either. Think about the best Star Wars was the one that he didn't get to touch much of it at all, and that was Empire Strikes Back.
See, I don't know all the details. I like them. I like them for what they are. People complain about the child aspect, and I just heard somebody bitching about Ewoks the other day, and that the fact that they don't even mention that they're called Ewoks through the entire movie.
They don't. That's true.
But at the same time, they're the only creatures in the whole saga that actually die.
That's a good point. All right. Well, all I'm going to say is I'm going to go into a segment here, but all I'm going to say is I'm excited that the guy who directed a space movie that I really thought was cool is directing a series of space movies, possibly, that is really cool.
Well, I'll tell you this, too, before you go into your segment. I am so looking forward to the new Star Trek. And what I've done in the last month or so is I've gone back. I watched the entire Next Generation series.
Oh, my God.
Like, chronologically. Then I went into all the movies chronologically, like as they were released. And I've went online and actually checked on Wikipedia the actual timeline of how all the shows and all the movies lay on top of each other. It's just incredible how much thought is put into the production of the whole concept of either one of the franchises.
Are you a Trekkie now?
I've always been a Trekkie.
I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Hey, welcome back to another edition of HairCor and the More. One of my favorite songs or tunes or guess the tune. It's my favorite little game. I'm gonna read the song lyrics over the internet, and here's gonna guess the name of the song.
Did your parents have any children that live?
You think after 30 times of doing that, I would remember what it is that we actually do.
Well, you're just winging it, so what else do you expect?
That's true. Are you ready?
Is.
I got up feeling down. I got off being sold out. I've kept the movie rolling, but the story's getting old now. I just looked in the mirror. Things aren't looking so good. I'm looking California, and I'm feeling Minnesota.
Oh my God.
So you know now who gets mystified.
Shit.
Show me the power, child. I'd like to say that I'm down on my knees today. It gives me butterflies, gives me away.
Stop. Mystified gives me away. Down my knee. Holy fuck.
Should I go on?
You slimy scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
Okay, more.
You want me to go into
It
the
doesn't
second
matter.
verse?
Mystified. It's got all the clues in there, man.
Yeah, I know. You should know this one.
Yeah, I know. You're melting my brain.
I know. It's a brain melter, this one.
Damn it.
You want me to do the second verse? Second verse is good.
Okay.
All right. Someone let the dogs out. They'll show where the truth is. The grass is always greener where the dogs are shedding. I'm feeling that I'm sober, even though I'm drinking. I can't get any lower. Still, I feel I'm sinking. So now...
Stop. It's all about feeling Minnesota. Damn it. Van Halen.
No. Show me the power, child.
Ah, Soundgarden.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd like to say, down on my knees today. Do. Gives me the butterflies, gives me away, and I'm back on my feet again. Hung down.
And I'm feeling...
Do you suck dicks?
Oh,
outshined.
Right.
I had to do it. I had to get you off the hook, man. That was going to go on forever.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the name of the song.
I found a good one, didn't
Very
I?
good. Very, very good.
Thank you. Yeah. It's that.
I recognized like the first couple of lines, and it was just a matter of putting it in a pattern, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Are we going to change?
With me again.
Are we going to change this game to guess the tune on the guitar again? Because I like that. I liked that one.
It's a lot. It's almost too easy.
It kind of is.
Well, we both could do it. You got a guitar tuned up over there?
I do.
Oh, well, you lost your chance this week. Maybe next week.
Oh, I can get
let's
it
try
ready.
that again next week because I already got lyrics picked out for this week.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna play your setup while I go get guitars. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
And meow. It's time for another episode from your favorite guys at HairCor in the Mall presents. It's time for the queen, not so queen, to read some Zed Leplin lyrics for you. And Corey.
Did he say Zed Leplin?
Corey has to guess which track the queen is reading to.
Or else he's going to go to hell.
Anyways, it's time to get on with it. Let's hear it. You're gonna do it all right.
I don't care what you say.
Yeah, get over here right now. No, get over here. Do it.
I told you, go away.
If you don't, I'll get over here and do this.
You guys are weird.
You're weird, you bitty old bit.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You said it.
Led Zeppelin.
Of course, it's Zeppelin.
Cashmere. No.
Yeah, it's Cashmere. I like that. I didn't realize this riff is so easy. I didn't know that was so easy.
That's awesome.
I knew. Do you want me to show you how to play that after the show?
Sure. Yes, please.
I will,
Yes,
because I'll check it out again. It's like so easy. It's just a pattern. It's like,
I'm not watching.
yeah, okay. We'll do that later.
What's the root?
It's a Dag Dad tuning.
Oh, okay.
But it's really easy to do.
Okay. I got you.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
It's early morning. The sun comes out. Last night was shaking and pretty loud. My cat is purring and scratches me skin. So what is wrong with another sin? The bitch is hungry. She needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More days to come. New places to go. I've got to leave. It's time for a show.
Stop. Marker. That's my job. Marker.
Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Come on. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. How'd I do? Scorpions.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. You got... That's awesome. Come on. Like that one part where he does that.
Me too.
Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about that band in life, generally.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
I've seen them live, and they had a younger drummer playing with them about 15 years ago, and I just wanted to, when he tossed sticks into the audience, I just wanted to grab one and throw one back at him.
Oh, really?
Kind of. Yeah, he's all show. It was just too much. Like, sit down back there and play the fucking tunes, dude.
I know the feeling. You know what, too? And when they had that, what was the big, stupid ballad hit in the 90s?
The Zoo?
No. No. The Wind of Change.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Fuck. And here's the thing. It's a great song, right?
It's not bad.
It's well written and all. It'd be one of those tunes. Like if you bought that record and that wasn't a hit song, and you came across it, it's like I love that song. It's a nice song, but it became such a terrible like 90s
overplay.
Yeah.
I don't. And I watched one of the more recent concerts that's on YouTube, and it's his accent. Like, I realize he's German and whatnot, but I mean, dude, you've been singing for fucking near on 25, 30 years. Mm-hmm. Get your English right, your pronunciation.
Yeah, I know. I think what happened to me with that song especially was I was in grade 9 and I took a grade 10, I think it was a world affairs class.
Okay.
And I think it was Guppy Hammond who was the teacher.
Guppy.
And we had to do a presentation on, I think, a world event. Mm-hmm. And one of the Brown twins, I believe, chose the Berlin Wall. You know, because that happened when I was, God, I'm old. So when the Berlin Wall came down, she put together a slideshow, but not like a slideshow like, the kids know slideshows, like on your computer.
Oh, no. Like, we're talking like old school
Slides, yeah.
Yeah, actual slides.
Actual slideshow. And then she had, do you remember those tape players and recorders that schools all had, where it was that little...
Oh, yeah, the big long ones with the 4-inch speaker in the top of the thing?
Mm-hmm, that's right, and the play button.
And the handle on the front of it?
Yes, sir. With the shiny silver speaker cover sometimes, or a plastic grill, but more importantly, they had either a 2-button record and play, which I still think is awesome, or they had the 1-button play that had the record button embedded in it.
Yes.
And then you could hold Anyway, she played that song, that Scorpions tune, to that slideshow, right? And she got like an A. And it's like, what the frack? You showed 15 slides of the Berlin Wall coming down, and you played a Scorpions ballad. Rocking like a hurricane. So I don't know, man. It's just that song ruined things for me, and as well, I like you can't get past the accent very readily.
Yes,
it's just kind of like don't anymore.
Well, you know what they always say.
I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. How tall are you, Private? 5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh?
Man, I feel like going down to the hot tub.
All right.
I just, I feel like heating things up a.
Okay.
All right.
Bullshit, from now on you're Private Snowball. Do you like that name?
I feel unprepared for this show.
I'm a little unprepared myself. I got a question for you.
I love it.
Okay, so my status, I put up a status on Facebook this week, and I was asking people, like I like to have quotes, and then I asked people who the quote was from, right?
Yep.
Anyways, I got in this long, extenuous status with a few people, and I ended up putting up another one in the middle of the status, and the quote was based on the Jimi Hendrix tune "Purple Haze," and the person says this: "I didn't know he was saying excuse me while I kiss the sky. In fact, I thought he was saying excuse me while I kiss this guy." Anyway,
yeah.
Do you know what you call that?
Would you call that kind of a mistake?
Yes.
No.
I didn't realize it either, but it's called a mondegreen.
A mondegreen?
Yes.
That sounds like a type of cardigan.
It does, doesn't it?
Put your mondegreen on. It's cold out.
Yeah, I didn't realize they came up with a term for it.
Well, that makes sense that they would have a term for it.
Of course.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Mondegreen. I should have a ta-da somewhere. Oh. Nope. That's not ta-da.
That's close enough.
Yeah, we'll use that. You know, yep.
So I got a story for you.
I love stories.
It was years and years ago when I was a little kid, and used to go to the lake every August with the folks, right?
Right.
Spend time at the cottage. And my father used to sell life insurance for a company. And anyways, he had a client that he'd go visit at the People's in Kincardine. People's was like a department store. I think you're familiar with it.
I've heard of them.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I remember going with him to Kincardine. We'd do our grocery shop, and then he'd stop in to meet his client. And a few different times that I was there, I kept hearing this announcement over the intercom. And this is how it went. Blah, 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 line 1, please. Blah, 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 intercom line 1.
Blah, blah, blah.
Would you happen to know this person?
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
You know blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh.
Was your dad the district manager for Kincardine or the manager?
My dad was the district supervisor, and Kincardine was in his territory, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you spent time going to Kincardine too, to the People's store.
Well, yeah, because anytime my family would spend time in Amberley, we would do some. Well, Dad would do some work, and I'd go with him. We'd go to Kincardine and hit that store.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I know blah blah blah. What about it?
Which is really really great because it took you and I started hanging out. I don't know what grade 11, grade 10, something like that.
Yeah, about there. That sounds right.
And so we've known each other for a few years, but it took a long time for this conversation to come up, didn't it? Because we had no idea of each other's experiences and knowing blah blah blah.
No. Well, the thing, there are intersections in our existences that
Yes.
we've not really examined fully.
We probably should more often, I think, too.
Probably the show is where we should be doing that.
This is my conclusion that I'm coming to. Okay, so do you recall we're probably out to see the here I go again, forgetting things. We're at the Orbit Room checking out the Dexters.
Mm-hmm.
We're on our way home one night from Toronto and usually stop in at the McDonald's north of Guelph on the 401.
Yep.
You remember those little tags? And you guys did it at People's too here in town, but you donate $1 or $1 or $2 to the Ronald McDonald's Children's Foundation, and then you got to write your name on a little paper placard, and they'd stick it on the wall next to the checkout, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you remember being at the McDonald's on the way home from Toronto, and we're standing in the line waiting for our order, and maybe it wasn't you, but I recall standing there, and I'm just reading the names on the wall and all these little placards, right? Mm-hmm. And I came across the next funniest name I've ever seen next to blah, blah, blah.
God, this is starting to ring a bell.
There was a couple who had signed one of these things, and they had signed it Dan and Anna.
Yeah. Dan and Anna?
Dan and Anna.
Dan and Anna. Dan and Anna.
Dan and Anna.
Dan and Anna. Blah, blah. Dan, yeah.
Yeah, so of course I start singing this in line.
Dan and Anna, Dan and Anna, Dan and
Anna. Blah, blah, blah. As a result, I donated $1 to Ronald McDonald's Children's Foundation just so I could write blah, blah, blah.
You know, you probably cured a kid of herpes. Good for you. Blah, blah, blah. What happens,
blah, blah,
though, when I think there was a generation of parents who had kids, and they named their kids certain things, but they didn't think at all about what the shortening of that name means in terms of either a teasery or alliteration for the kid going through the rest of their life. Like, how can you impregnate your wife and you go, well, let's call him Robert. It's like, oh, that'd be nice. His friends will call him Bob. Bob, blah, blah.
Or we're the Hicks families. Let's name our son Robert.
Yeah.
Rubber Dicks.
Rubber Dicks. I got an idea. How about we name our kid Richard Holder? There's a real Dick Holder in Palmerston. Dick Holder.
Yeah, you got to think these things through, people.
You got to stop and think.
and this of all.
You had best unfuck yourself, or I will unscrew your head and shut down your neck.
Sometimes you think that I like songs that I do, but you think I like them the most.
Excuse me?
One time, I think you told me that this tune was probably my favorite song on the Outside record by David Bowie.
I said that to you.
Yeah.
That it was my favorite tune or your favorite tune?
That you thought it's my favorite tune.
Really?
And I could see why you might think that it was my favorite tune. And at the time, it wasn't.
But it is now.
It is now. Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I know. It's funny how things like intersect.
Actually, I was telling you it was my favorite tune.
This is your favorite tune?
It was at the time. I don't think I was telling you it was yours. No, this was my favorite tune off the album.
David Bowie has a great way of, well, everything, but I just love the way he's I don't know, man. He's just so cool. I just want to be David Bowie.
Me three. Oh, this is definitely my favorite because it's all what do you call it? It resolved the album for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Going for a dart.
All right, I'm gonna go refresh, get a little bit more wine.
And for
person. Is the lady just wasting my time? It's difficult, you see, to give up, baby. These summer scum holes, this goddamn starving life. Oh, the majesty of a city landscape. All the soaring days in our lives. All the concrete dreams in my mind's eye. All the joy I see through these architect's eyes. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to see. All the majesty of the city landscape. All the soaring days in our lives. All the concrete dreams in my mind's eye. All the joy I see is architect's eyes. What have you been doing to yourself? What have you been doing to yourself? What have you been doing to yourself? That's the last thing you should do. Nobody laughs anymore. Nobody laughs anymore. Nobody laughs anymore.
I'm sorry. I might have fucked it up again.
What'd you fuck up?
Well, I might have said it was your favorite song, or it could be your favorite song on the album. I say a lot of shit that I don't remember.
No, I
But,
do remember that. I think I remember having a conversation where that was kind of the outcome of the conversation. Doesn't really matter.
But I did fuck up. It isn't my favorite song. It's one of my favorites. And it's not the resolve. It's more like the beacon in the dissonance and the craziness of the album. But the resolve is the last song on the album. And I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Where's my iPad? Strangers When We Meet. That was the result.
Oh yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yes.
And what are we listening to here? We're listening to
the Last Thing You Can Do off Earthling.
No. The first song that you played though. It's not Heart's Filthy Lesson. That was kind of like the.
No, we listened to Through These Architects' Eyes.
Through These Architects' Eyes. That's right. Yeah. It was kind of the beacon of the album for me. Which led right into the resolve through the segue Nathan Alder.
Yes.
Fucking incredible album.
Dude, I know.
We used to drive around in the Chevette with that beautiful stereo, just cranked, listening to this. I think we bought this on the day it was released. We both did, didn't we?
I believe so, because it was so important that we got our mitts on the next David Bowie record.
And we were on a hell of a bender the night before, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, we ended up in Kitchener, and we both bought this album, or maybe you just bought it. Yeah, you had. I didn't have any money back then. I put the gas in the tank. You bought the music.
Well, you were in charge of the car.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Good times. Oh, the Mars Volta broke up. You do?
Yeah, I wanted to come down this year, but
it's not looking good on any front, really.
That's okay. I need to save money.
That's all right. It just gives me incentive to come home. Mars Volta broke up. Oh, no.
Yeah, I heard that, too. Holy fuck. I want to go to NAMM, damn it.
Really?
Have you seen any of the pictures? Like, it's all over Facebook right now. From all the producers or, all the companies that make instruments.
I want to go to South by Southwest.
Do you?
Yeah, I really want to go.
I've got one of their concerts on video somewhere. They do concerts too, don't they? Like they have an annual concert.
They have 1,000 bands play over the course of a week.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I've got the one highlights of I think it was 2009. I think. Awesome. No, I want to go to NAMM. Go to.
I'm there now.
Oh, over.
I'm at the site right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a drum company. I think they're called SJC, and they're building drums inside drums and drums on top of drums with spaces between them. Wild stuff.
Interesting. That's the end of the human race when drums start making themselves.
It was the beginning of the human race, and it's the end too. I must dance.
Stand by.
Balls. Give me some balls. Come on down to the brick warehouse. We have balls and one brick. Come and get it right now. It's our last brick. We have no more bricks. Come on down, get a brick and a ball. The brick warehouse. On sale today. One brick. And 2 balls, special price. That's right, here only at the brick warehouse. Where we got balls and 1 brick. Come and get your brick and balls. That's gonna be about 36 right now. With the balls. Brick warehouse. Oh my God! Come and get your balls. Balls. Bricks. Balls. I'm gonna break some balls. Come on down to the brick warehouse. Balls.
Okay. I really like that commercial a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you peeled it out of that episode so we can listen to it weekly.
Do you know what David Bowie's tunes like that do? You know how you're like, sometimes when you walk around after you've listened to some songs or a record, and
it's like looking at the stars at night.
It is. God, that's exactly right. That's exactly what it is. Wow.
He's proving that you could do just about anything you want musically. Nothing's unattainable.
Yeah, I think it was funny because I love the Outside record to death. And
Me too.
The follow-up Earthling, I think, is great as well.
It's more of an album, though. Right?
Yeah, because, Outside's more of the concept, and Earthling's more like we just put a record together, great tunes.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I heard
admire your honesty.
Reeves Gabrels and David Bowie both said that after working with Brian Eno on Outside and so much influence that he had on that record, they felt like they got off the tour for Outside and 5 days later went into studio to start recording Earthling because they felt like we didn't finish the job with Outside. And it's true because,
I can imagine.
it's kind of like an extension of the idea.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I could feel it. I could see it in it.
Yeah, jungle
Good
beats.
call, Mr. Coates.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm trying to do? I thought for a while it'd be cool to play tunes that, you know, I think people should listen to.
Yep.
But that's pretty pretentious. I think now it's cooler to just play tunes. It's like I'm walking down the street and all of a sudden I get like this melody or lyric in my head and go, oh yeah, and I'm going to play those tunes.
I think that's exactly what you should be doing.
It's like the universe.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart.
Who is that yelling at me?
That is
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor.
that's the dude for Full Metal Jacket.
I've never seen that movie.
You haven't?
Nope.
Dude, it's iconic wartime movie from back in the 80s. You have to watch that movie, man.
I just put it on my list.
Okay, put it on your list. Full Metal Jacket, man. It's something else. But yeah, they pulled this guy. He was a high school teacher, I think, or something like that. He wasn't even an actor, and they found this guy. And he's been working in movies and television ever since. He was no actor. He didn't even want to do it, I guess.
Interesting.
And they gave him this part, and he just stood out. And fuck, he's awesome.
Okay, well, I got it on. I put it on a list of things. I have a list in my Evernote. It's called things to fucking download. And whenever somebody says something like that, I put in the list because you know when you go to like we used to go to like a record store.
Yep.
And then you walk around aimlessly and go, oh man, I don't know what I was supposed to, you know.
Yep.
Now I've always got
your list on your iPod.
I've got a constant list of all the things that people remind me of getting. So it's been pretty good. Full Metal Jack is 1987. A pragmatic U.S. Marine observes the dehumanizing effects of the Vietnam War. All right, well, I'm going to download this. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's wild, man.
Looks pretty wild.
Oh, damn it. I don't have my microphone over here. Just a sec. You say something for now.
Yeah, I'll keep people company here. Has on his fellow Marine recruits from their brutal boot camp training to the bloody street fighting. Said in the
covering me?
Yep. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, you little maggot! You make me want to vomit!
Harry's movie pick of the week.
Oh, right. I have a.
Have you seen Disney's The Muppets?
Disney's The Muppet.
The Muppets. The new one.
The new Muppets. There's a new Muppets?
Yes, man.
What?
Oh, dude, it's great.
New Muppets. Okay.
It's old school. It's freaking hilarious.
Really? What, Kermit and all that shit?
Yep.
Animal?
Yep.
Piggy?
Yep. I'll get some details for you here. They had Jason Segel in it and A.B. Adams with Chris Cooper. It was released. Where are we here? I wanted to get my daughter into the franchise, right?
Yeah, that's a good one to pick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I can't. The print's too small. I can't read release date. It was either last year or the year before.
That's all right.
2010.
I think I'm going to either take my third nap or I'm going to go to bed.
Really?
Yep.
You've had 2 naps today?
Yeah. I kind of, well, it's not, yeah. Well, good morning, Harry.
Good morning, Corey.
Your days of finger banging, old Mary Jane Button shots, through her pretty pink panties are over!
HairCor! And more.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
I don't know what's happened anymore. I'm going to stop the recording.
See, that's